What is going on, guys? It is Crisis Diamago here, coming at you live and in person, and welcome to Week 3 NFL Predictions. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is a weekly series that I do on my channel where I go through every single game that the NFL will be playing this weekend, and also Thursday, and break it down for you just a little bit. I don't go super in-depth, I'm not ESPN, but I basically tell you who I think is going to win and why. Now, today is Thursday, and we do have a game tonight. We have Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Now, neither one of these teams really jump off the screen at me when I watch them play, but Atlanta does have a win over the Saints. Now, yes, the Saints are 0-2 this year, but I firmly believe the Saints are a lot better of a team than their record shows. So I'm picking Atlanta to win this game. It is at home, so I think Atlanta will have a little bit of an edge there. Now, Sunday, 1 o'clock. The game I'm waiting for. It's the start of NFC East division play. Washington Redskins at Philadelphia Eagles. Now, you guys know I am a huge Eagles fan. I bleed green. I mean, I love this time of year. But the Washington Redskins are starting Kirk Cousins this week, from what I've heard. I've watched Kirk Cousins play in college. I am a Michigan University fan, so go Wolverines. And I watched him play as a Michigan State Spartan for 4 years, and I watched him destroy my Michigan Wolverines for 4 years. I believe Kirk Cousins gives them a better chance to win, but I just think Philly's second half gameplay, the way they wear down teams, and the Washington Redskins already don't have that great of a defense, I just think Philadelphia will pull one out late, pretty much like they did this week. Last second field goal to win the game. Then we have San Diego at Buffalo. I'm picking San Diego just because they beat the Seahawks last week, and I think San Diego's a good team. I think they have a chance to win their division if Denver screws up. So I'm picking San Diego over Buffalo. Then we have Dallas at St. Louis. Now, as an Eagle fan, I am pretty much brought up to hate anything Cowboys, but I am going to have to give the edge to the Cowboys in this game simply because St. Louis is not that good. I don't think Dallas is going to have a game like they did last week, but I do believe that Dallas has a decent game, enough to win, I guess, against the Rams, but again, it's the Rams, so who cares. Then we have Houston at the New York Giants. Now, the Giants are pretty much just as bad as the Cowboys, in my opinion. And I think Houston's going to go in there and win. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Again, I think it's going to be 7 to 10 points. It's not going to be one of those games where it's over at halftime, but I do believe Houston pulls out the win. I'm only really picking the Giants to win like 4 games this year. So, yeah, and this won't be one of them. Then we have Minnesota at New Orleans. With all the things with Adrian Peterson, he is now out now. Banned from team activities while all this legal stuff is going on. And the Saints will not start 0-3. I'm sorry, Drew Brees is going to have a bounce back game. And it's at home. It's at the Superdome. I think Drew Brees goes big in this one to Jimmy Graham. I think Jimmy Graham's probably going to have 2 touchdown receptions at least. So I'm picking New Orleans to go up big on Minnesota. Then we have Tennessee at Cincinnati. I'm picking Cincinnati. I'm picking Cincinnati to win the AFC North, and I'm sticking with that pick. I think Cincinnati's going to beat Tennessee. Then we have another AFC North game. This is actually a division game where we have Baltimore at Cleveland. Shocker to everybody here. I'm picking Cleveland. They beat the Saints last week, and they almost beat the Steelers week 1. Yes, the Ravens pretty much killed the Steelers on Thursday night. But I just think there's something about Cleveland. I don't know what it is. It's my mom's team. Maybe that's why I'm picking it. I'm picking Cleveland. I'm just picking them. Then we have Green Bay at Detroit. I've bounced back and forth a few times. This isn't the first time I've done this recording. I've bounced back and forth with this one a few times, but I'm locking it down. I think Green Bay. Green Bay is going to win it. I think Jordy Nelson is going to have. I don't think he's going to have a 200-yard game, but definitely up over 100 yards receiving. Aaron Rodgers, probably 300 yards plus, 3 touchdowns. I just think Detroit's not going to pull it off against the Green Bay Packers. Then we have Indianapolis at Jacksonville. Both teams are 0-2. One's going to be 1 and 2 at the end of the day, and it's going to be Indianapolis. I'm sorry, Jacksonville. You're just the team that's going to have to be Indianapolis's first victory of the season. I'm not picking Jacksonville. I'm definitely going with Indy. Oakland at New England. I don't even really need to discuss this one. It's New England. It's Oakland. Oakland's horrible. New England's God to some people. To me, they're just a really good team. I'm picking New England. That one's not really good, too much of a shock. Then we have San Francisco at Arizona. I'm picking Arizona. I don't trust Colin Kaepernick. Something about him. I don't trust that defense. Arizona does have a win over San Diego. So, I'm picking Arizona. Then we have the game pretty much of the week. It's the rematch of the Super Bowl. Denver at Seattle. And guys, like I said week 1, you don't go to Seattle and win. I don't care who you are. You do not go to Seattle and win. So I am picking Seattle over Denver. It's not going to be a blowout like it was in the Super Bowl, but 10 to 14 points. It's going to be Seattle is the Legion of Boom. I mean, they just lost to San Diego. That's where I was going with the whole San Diego thing. They're going to bounce back. Russell Wilson, big game. Defense, big game. Seattle. Then we have Kansas City at Miami. I'm picking Miami on this one, guys. I just think Miami is a little bit better than Kansas City. They do have a win over the Patriots, so I'm picking Miami. Then Pittsburgh at Carolina. My friend Euro told me that I had better pick Carolina, and I told him that I would pick Carolina. So that means, that's right, I'm picking Pittsburgh. No, I'm just joking. I'm picking Carolina. I think Cam Newton doesn't do so much with his arm this week. I think Cam Newton does a little bit more with his legs this week. I think it's going to be more of a balanced attack from him. I think he's going to outrun a lot of the older Pittsburgh defenders. He'll still throw for like 250 yards and, a touchdown or two. But I don't think he's going to have a monstrous arm day. I think it's going to be a little bit more balanced, him running and with his arm. Then that brings us, guys, to the Monday night game. We have Chicago at the Jets. And it's being played at MetLife, of course. That's the Jets' stadium. But I'm picking Chicago. Did you guys see the Brandon Marshall catch last week? That's the kind of stuff he does week in and week out. I'm picking the Bears. Plus, the Jets are just god awful. But I'm picking the Bears. I think Jay Cutler is going to have another decent game, but I think Brandon Marshall is really going to save him this year. If you would put Brandon Marshall and Megatron on the same team, Calvin Johnson, good God. Your quarterback would just chuck it in the air. He could throw it over his head and somebody would catch that ball. Brandon Marshall is just an elite receiver, and I think he's going to do really well this week. So, with that being said, guys, that wraps it up here. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think I got right, what do you think I got wrong. Also, all my social media links are going to be linked down in the descriptions, as they always are, so feel free to yell at me on Twitter and all that happy, fun stuff and tell me, you got this wrong, this team's better. So, like I said, guys, that pretty much wraps it up. If you did enjoy the video, hit the like button until it breaks. We got Gorilla Glue to fix that shit later. And until next time, guys, I'm Crisis the Imago, and I'll see you when I see you.